Hello everybody, welcome to Cryptic Metaphor Gaming. My name is Jordan and we're still playing Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. And I decided that I wanted to come back to this point here in the Sea of Clouds, because when I tried to give you guys a tour of this place earlier, I couldn't really fly or explore, but I can fly now. So I just want to show you guys, the layout of the land here. Sea of Clouds is actually a very, very huge place, and I actually couldn't explore much of any of it until I got further along in the main quest of the story. So pretty much I have reached, I like to think that I reached that point now, doing a lot of different stuff like that. But look how big and tall this is. You actually can, when you first get here, you can only explore the bottom half of the Sea of Clouds. You can't explore anything on the northern half of the map. And you unlock a second Aetheryte that gets you up here. But damn, man, look at it. You get floating islands and shit everywhere. Place is awesome. So, you might be wondering what we're going to do today. Well, today I have a new dungeon to play through. So I'm going to show you guys that when we're going to go into the vault. And we're going to fight a bunch of super heavenly knights. Doesn't that sound cool? But I just wanted to give you guys a little quick tour of the area, show you what it is and how neat it is and stuff like that. And go on to the vault. But before I get onto the vault and start doing stuff like that and talking about how to get through that dungeon, I'm not the best Final Fantasy XIV player in the world. I'm pretty awful, actually. I mean, I like the game, and I love it, and I love playing it. I've devoted a lot of time to playing it recently. But, to each their own is the relative idea. And, some people are going to do really, really well, other people just don't do a whole lot. And I'm just one of those people that doesn't do a whole lot. Not to say that I don't appreciate the game or anything else like that. I absolutely love it. Hey friends, don't mind me. I absolutely love this game, and I love everything that's in it and everything that it's about. But I'm not super crazy that I'm gonna grind out, all my classes up to level 50 or 60, I guess in this case now. So, it's just one of those things. So let's duty ourselves up to go to the vault. Oh man, no vault trip for me would ever be complete without a trip to the casino first. Gotta gamble my way out of problems. Yeah, I'll play this game. You guys watched how good I was at it before. Watch this action. Oh, is that a 7? No, that's a 6. Damn it. So, what? 17... 23? Yeah, I'll take it. So, 1,800, that ain't bad. Sure, I'll do it again. So you got 4, 7, 2, and 5. So we're missing 8, 9. We're missing 1, 3, 8, 9, and 6. So the odds are I could get 1, 2, 3 here. I'm not getting 7, 8, 9. So this is my best option to get some big monies. Cash money millionaires. Nope. Whatever. Alright, yeah, I'll do it again. 300, go. So we got 3. I'll start from the bottom. There's 8. 5. Well, I'm not getting 1, 2, and 3. That's the thing. So might as well see what this one is. There's 7. So 9 could be here. Or not. Let's take it. Do it. Nope, that's 4. Alright, well, we tried. Still, though, we paid 600 MGP and we won about 1,900. So that's a win. So I apologize, by the way, guys, if these videos are coming out late. because, you know, a lot of you have already all experienced what the new dungeons and stuff have done, and I mean, if you're into the game and stuff like that, and you go on YouTube, you can look up all these dungeons in a lot better detail than I could ever give. But, you know, I appreciate it if you guys want to stop and check out, like, you know, just someone touring through as best as they can, doing fun stuff. You know, I certainly have fun with it, and I would love everyone else to have fun with it too, and that's the whole reason why I do these videos. You know, doing these videos has been a very sobering experience for me. It's taught me a lot about the internet and YouTube, and, like, the fundamentalities that go into setting all this kind of stuff up. It's a lot more complicated than I thought it was when I first started, that's for sure. But I appreciate, you know, the fact that people, whether it's even one person or 10, you know, just stop by and give the video a look and just see how it's going. You know, that means a lot to me. And, you know, for now I do this as a hobby, and I would love to do this as a career. Be one of those big career YouTubers. That'd be the life. Hey lady. Where do you think you're going? Oh, bye. I mean, that would be the life, but, you know, I like the fact that I'm doing the way I'm doing it now, and, you know, maybe someday it will pick up. You know, I've never told you guys the story of why I started doing this in the first place. It's a big, complicated, emotional tale. See if I have time to tell it. I might. Well, okay. Alright, story time, everybody. Everyone gather around as soon as I blacklist this. Yeah, get out of here. So, boy, YouTube. I spent a lot of time, like, I've always been playing video games. I want to make that very clear. Video games has always been a very important part of my life. And I can't think of a time that I have not had video games doing something for me in some way, shape, or form. So, like, when I was a kid, I sat down, I got a Sega Genesis, I played the shit out of Sonic the Hedgehog. And, like, that was what I used to do all the time. And I bounced between that, I bounced between playing, like, X-Wing on DOS all the time, and just a whole bunch of different things like that. I did a lot of video gaming. And, you know, like, throughout my whole life, going through high school and stuff like that, I wanted to do stuff that was related to video games and animation, art, and things like that. I was a very artistic person, and I went to college for computer technologies with a sub-degree for digital design and animation. And I got my degree for computer technologies, and this was way back in, like, 2007, 2008. Well, I got my degree in, like, about 2009, 10, something like that, but, you know, all those times before, like, I was moving around a bit here and there, and, I never had steady relationships with people or anything else like that, so it was very difficult for me to, like, get around and get noticed and meet a lot of people. So, life was rather hard, and the job market wasn't opening up, and things were pretty bad, and, like, I was pretty bad. And I ended up in pretty bad shape. I got very depressed about a lot of things, more specifically about, like, you know, life and people and things like that. But, you know, like, I just wasn't doing anything that I wanted to do. Like, I had a lot of hobbies where I'd go out and I'd do a lot of things, but it wasn't very fulfilling in the long term. And, like, it was just eating me up inside. And I spent a lot of days just laying in bed, not really moving or doing anything, just staying in one place. And I would get up, and I might get something to eat, and I'd go to work, and I'd come home and go to sleep and wake up and stay in bed again. And I was just doing a lot of nothing. And while I was doing a lot of nothing, just being depressed, I was watching a lot of YouTube and a lot of internet. And I would watch things like Markiplier all the time, Game Grumps all the time, Two Best Friends, you know, the Switcher channel all the time. all the different channels. I can't think of them all right now. Vanoss is another one. Just all of them. Every single one of them. I used to just watch them all for hours on end, every single day. And I still do now, but you know, it was a time period that was very dark for me. Yet I was still finding humor in the ability to laugh watching people play video games and having a good time. There's something about watching Markiplier and Game Grumps and all of them they're just average people around my age or so. Just sitting down and playing games around a couch together, having a good time and laughing and whatnot. And, I mean, say what you will, they're major YouTubers, they get money for a lot of things, they're richer than I am, without a doubt. But they're still human beings, and, you know, it really kept me out of a dark place. I'm not going to say that's the only thing that kept me out of a dark place, because I had my friends to support me, and my family who was backing me up, and everyone else like that. I did go to a doctor about depression, and I have seen, like, therapy and things like that, and I actually plan to go see more, psychologists and stuff like that in the future. Psychiatrists, I guess is what you call them. I do plan to see more of them in the future, but, you know, it was one of those things where YouTube really helped me get out of a dark place. And I figured out, I just made this kind of connection in my head after, you know, doing a lot of these things and seeing a lot of YouTubers and things like that. When Monty Ohm died from Rooster Teeth, I was a little heartbroken about that because I loved Ruby so much. I thought that was a really, really great show, and I loved all of Monty Ohm's work before. But I read his blog, and he mentions a lot of things about just creating stuff. And just being creative and making things that you want and contributing to, you know, doing something. And I'm sitting in bed doing nothing all the time, and I'm watching internet shows of people doing basically what I wanted to do all my life. And I was just like, you know what? That's what I want to do. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to try it. And I got very ambitious about it, and that's what led to the creation of Cryptic Metaphor Gaming. And why it's here. And mind you, this is not the best channel. I wish it was. There's still a lot more room for this channel to grow. It's very new, it's very rough around the edges, it could use a lot more work than it has, and I'm slowly putting more and more work into it. And a lot of it is just me trying to realize how to do a lot of different things. And, you know, like, it's slowly getting there, and it's slowly becoming the channel that I want. But I'm doing this for one of many reasons. The first reason being is that, you know, I want this to be successful, to be something that I'm going to do for not just like a year or two, but for a great deal of time. And, you know, that all depends on, you know, how good the show is and how good the content is and everything else like that. But, you know, I want it to be something important that people will like. And that will make me successful and better. So I'm working hard towards that end. The other reason, probably the biggest reason of all of them, is that, you know, I want people to be inspired by this channel. Because, like, the way YouTube had inspired me and the people that I respect and that I watch all the time on YouTube have helped me, I want people to sit down and watch this show and go, wow, this guy, in a sense, is just like me, and he's just someone who's having fun, he's just going out and doing something. I want this show to inspire people to be happy, to give them something to laugh at if they're in a dark time, or something that they can just share with their friends and just, you know, something that's just good and happy. And that maybe, just maybe, it just might inspire somebody to, you know, get up and just do what they want to do. Or do something that they've always wanted to do. You know, this channel only happened because I came to the conclusion that I wanted to do it, and I stood up and just made it happen. And I've had a lot of ups and downs with the channel. I've had a lot of doubts, and I've had some depression about this channel in general. You know, because sometimes I'll want it to be successful, and, you know, some days are just more quiet for the channel than others. And I get really depressed about that. And then I'll check, like, the next day, and I'll get a new subscriber or something, or a new comment, and it just makes me feel 10 times better. But, like, you know, I want this show to at least reach someone, because if one person's life is affected by this channel in a good way, then I have done what I set out to do. And if I can affect thousands of people with this channel, all the better. So, and that's my goal. You know, that's what I want for this channel to be. Yeah, I'm so good. Did you see that? Oh god, no. So, you know, that's pretty much what I want. And I've been doing this in a lot of different ways. You know, obviously with the happiness of the channel and everything else like that. And, like, trying to make the channel work and be good and everything else. But I also signed up for Extra Life, too, because a lot of other YouTubers that I've seen have done a lot of donations to charity. I'm not a very big YouTuber. I'm fairly new, to be honest. And I'm fairly not a whole lot very popular. That was the terrible structure of a sentence. Let me rephrase that. I'm not very popular, and I'm not as popular as other YouTubers. But I did make an Extra Life channel to donate to Boston Children's Hospital. So, you guys can go and see that, and if you want to make a donation, please make a donation. I'll put a link in the description for that. But, you know, that's just another way that I want to be able to help people and give back to people through this channel. You know, it's just everything's just so good, and that's the way I want to do it. I want people to be happy and laugh and have fun. And I hope that, you know, I can accomplish that through this. So, that being said, we have made it. Look at all the Lala team. Jeez. Well, this is the vault. So welcome everybody to the vault. Sorry for that whole long spiel of nothing before while we waited for the dungeon. But, you know, I just wanted to share that, because, you know, it's been on my mind. I'll probably make a more detailed video about that later, once we get, more video up. I'm probably going to start putting a face cam in soon. That's my next plan. So you can all see my lovely face. That also means I'm going to have to wear clothes when I record. Not that that's too much information for you. Or maybe it's just enough information. You guys wish you could see my naked body. No, don't get the wrong idea. I am wearing pants, but you have to understand that I also right now am, you know, in my own personal sauna of a recording studio. So, you know what? If I don't want to wear a shirt, I'm not going to wear a shirt in my own home. Fair enough, right? So, let's get right down to it. We're in the vault. If you don't know what the vault is, you'll find out. Oops. So pretty much we're fighting a bunch of guys. Usual, standard, look at all these mobs. We're just gonna fight them. We're gonna beat people up. And it's gonna lead us to the first boss. So whoop-de-doo. Let me just beat up all these people for you. Alright everybody, we're coming up on the first boss. Sir Adelfell. Sir Adelfell Brightblade. Whatever your name is. So hopefully I'm going to get to level 58 by this one. Step 1, fight all the ads. If you're DPS. If you're a tank, just hold the guy in place. I don't know what the tank does, but I'm pretty sure it's important to not let us die. So I'm going to let him do his job. But yeah, pretty much we're going to beat up all these guys. Get out of here. Alright, they're all dead. Alright. Man, this boss is super easy. Look how fast his health goes down. Oh, wait. I forgot he transforms into a horrible night monster. So now this is the real threat of the boss. So I'm going to walk you through everything that he does, just so you guys can see it, but for the most part, it's kind of hard for me to predict what he does, because I'm not very good at doing stuff like that. I'm pretty sure he targets one person to just kind of unload on, so that one person's going to have to stay away from the rest of the group, so that he'll charge after you and not hit everybody else when he does that. So make sure you pay attention to that. Every once in a while, he'll do that big whole explosive light thing. Then he does this shit. So he does that, and he'll pick a player to kind of just teleport to and hit. But you want to stay out of all those little orb things. And I think from that, he just kind of sits on repeat and keeps doing that over and over and over again. So... and he'll do that for a while. So get used to it. Oh, see, like he's going to target me. There we go. See, if I had been standing with the rest of the group on that one, it would have hit a lot of other people than just me. So, that's kind of the benefit for that. But yeah. So he's gonna do this thing again, and then, like, you don't actually beat him, which is the funny thing. Oh, he's looking at me. There we go. You don't actually beat him. You have to wound him enough. And then he'll just kind of quit and give up like the little pussy bitch that he is. You've had enough yet? Have you had enough? There he goes. Yep, he's like, oh no! Getting my ass kicked. My one weakness. So there you have it. Yeah, and I leveled up. And I got my ring belt. Yeah, I'll need that. Yeah, I'll need that too. I'll need everything. Alright, we're going on the boss too. Grenaut the Bull. So man, alright, we're gonna get into this guy. Wow, he's taking damage really easy. Look how easy this guy is. He's so easy to beat. He's not hard at all. Are you gonna do your little line thing? Go ahead. Man, I wish all bosses were this easy. Grinox the Bull, more like Grinox the doof shit. Oh, wait, sorry, he has to become a terrifying monster knight as well. Okay, so this is the real fight. Dodge the things. This is actually a semi-complicated fight because he does a lot of goofy shit that's gonna get in the way of a lot of stuff. So, first and foremost, obviously, he's gonna do those AoE things on the ground, so pay attention to that. But then he also does this. And he's gonna make these portals appear on the floor. Or on the wall, I should say, from his swing. So first off, you don't want to be standing in his AoE, or in his giant line. But he does this. That whole faith unmoving thing. And the trick to that is that if you are caught... Oh, it's not getting the dimensional rip. It's bad. Yeah, you don't want to stand in that either. That's also bad. But the thing is that when he does that whole... this thing, he's going to put places up along the wall that you don't really want to stand. And then he's going to try to push you into those spots, and they do a lot of damage to you if you stand in them. So, personally, for me, I like to kind of stand in the fight so I'm facing those areas, so that if he does that to me, I can put all of his little stupid portals on one side of the room. And then when he does his Faith Unending ability that pushes everybody back, then you can just be pushed into a safe spot and not into those. Other than that, he's pretty straightforward. Yeah, see, I'm going to do it over there. And if he decides he wants to do his Faith Unending ability, I'll stand behind him so he pushes me back. But, you know, that's pretty much the rough idea. Stay out of the red lines of doom, and don't touch the walls that are purple and gross. Oh god, there's a thing there. Yeah, see, I didn't see that one. You see how much damage that did to me? Just from being there in a second? Mind you, it's irrelevant now, because the guy's fucking dead. But still, you know, that's how that fight can be complicated. But we pulled it off. That's how you do it. Moving on. So here we are, guys. Sir Douchebag Cherubert. The final boss of the vault. So this guy has a few tricks up his sleeve, and I think he's actually one of the coolest fights of this game. So we're gonna, you know, kick his ass. He also starts out immediately in ugly mode, which, you know, says a lot about all of his friends. So he's gonna do this chain thing that you see he's doing to my friends there, and the way you do that is you guys have to separate as far from each other as possible. He'll also do this thing, where he sends his minions down. I don't know what happens if you touch them. I just don't. Fair enough, right? So make sure you find the gap in those guys and not be in it when he does that. You probably noticed his little circle AoE things on the ground too. Those are bad too. Don't stand in those either. Yeah, that's bad too. Let's not stand in that. Other than that, you beat him up. Oh, see, I got chained. Run. Good. Shoulder tackle's my favorite ability ever. I want shoulder tackle as my main ability all the time. So now he disappears, and he appears in the center, and he's gonna make these fiery balls appear. Beat him up. Beat them all up, fast as you can. Go, 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 go. His friends are gonna sit there and just constantly do shit all the time, and I don't know if there's a negative element to what happens if you let them stay up. The whole party might just wipe, which is always bad. Just assume that all the holy flames have to go, and they all have to go very, very fast. So kind of like how we're doing, as unorganized of a group as we are, being a duty finder group, getting together and focusing down each one at a time in succession is the best way to get through all of them really fast. And man, we got through these as fast as I think we've ever done it, and I've done this instance about 6 times. So, you know, he does that. I'm gonna keep beating him up. He doesn't really have much else to his game other than what we've seen before. He'll keep doing goofy stuff like that. He'll keep making statues. Oh god. Right, his ability is gonna stack more. I forgot about that. So now he does more of what he's doing before, but he's gonna throw his abilities at you more rapidly, because he's a douchebag. But whatever, we're gonna keep beating him up. I'm gonna punch him with my limit break, because I can. I mean, why not, right? There's no other time we're gonna need to use the limit break other than now. Yep. Do that. Let's do his ability again. And I get chained and everything. Oh my god, he just likes throwing as much stuff out as possible. It could be very easy to get lost in the number of different things that he's going to try to put on you. So just make sure you pay attention, that you know what everything is, and he'll be like, oh no, I'm a pussy little bitch. How did I fail? Oh, I'm so weak and large. So we did it. And that's all there is to it, you guys. Duty complete. So thank you guys for watching today's episode. I hope it was an enjoyable episode for you, and everything else like that. We got to learn a little bit about why this channel exists, and we got to see a whole new dungeon while we're at it. We're getting pretty caught up in current events and things that are going on. In the next episode, we're going to see Bismarck, the giant white flying whale, and we're going to have a whale of a time on that one. Haha, jokes, whale jokes. Get ready for those too. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, until next time, see ya!